Unless you're using the browser.
No.
Oh, okay.
I will be.
Okay, but you can minimize everything for now. Minimize this.
Minimize these. And just look at the screen. I kind of want to look at myself so I can see. Can I keep this up?
You can, and then when you go to the other scene, then just minimize it. So.
For sure.
Okay.
Dope. We are live. Welcome in. I'm super excited. This is the first of, like a weekly live that we're going to start doing every single week, Wednesday at 4 o'clock, where we're just going to be diving into different, systems, operations, thought processes behind, for you as an agent for how to grow your online presence, make you more money, create videos that make you more money, have a marketing message that makes you more money, have, a lot more clarity behind your brand, all these different things, For us here at Ground Zero, we are a full service marketing agency. We specifically just work with real estate agents. We're located here in Orange County. We actually just moved in. This is our brand new office space. Things are just kind of getting pieced in. That's why that lamp is there, because the lighting isn't in yet up at the top. And we need light in here, right? So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. But if you're a local agent here in Orange County, or if you're an agent anywhere around the world that's watching this stream and you're looking for some help with building your online presence, because you want to make more money and you do not want clients to slip through the cracks and work with other agents because you do not have that stuff set up, we'd love the opportunity to work with you or just even chat to see if we are a good fit for you. But today's training, what we're going to be doing is we are actually just going to be diving into everything about what you need to know about how your online presence could be costing you money currently right now. That when people are coming in from referrals, or people are seeing your signs or mailers and things of different nature, and they are doing that early discovery process, how you actually might be losing clients because your online presence just isn't that good. And we all know now, having an online presence it's really important for being able to stay in front of people, market to your farm, grow your personal brand, grow your business brand, all these different things. So yeah. Without further ado, we're going to hop right into it. I got a little training for you guys that I'm going to share my screen with here. If you guys got any questions, you can type them in the chat. If you end up watching this after the live, go ahead, leave a comment below, and we'll get back to you and answer all those questions for you. But yeah, let's make this short, sweet, concise, get to the point, and hopefully you guys get a ton of value from this. Thank you, Jeezy, for that comment. Our Jeezy is the best videographer in Orange County. He also has a podcast. It's called Cousin Effect every Tuesday. I think what time do you guys? Comes out. They shoot it Tuesday. Comes out Thursday. But it's great if you're looking for a good podcast to tune into. All right. So I just hit this different scene right here. Cool. All right. Hopefully everybody can see my screen. That's showing up here. And we're going to dive into it right here. I got this Miro board. If you guys haven't heard of Miro, this is just a great place to be able to build thought processes and things out. It's a little bit different at Canva, but kind of does a little bit of the same things. But I like this a lot more for when you're building out like processes, systems, like just road mapping and thought maps and stuff like that. But what we're going to really be talking about today is how your digital presence is losing you clients and how to fix it so you can make more money, right? Because no one wants to be this guy. Like, losing money is not part of the strategy when you're creating content, when you're an agent, when you want to be successful in this business. That is not part of the strategy, and that's not what we're trying to do. So let's get down right here. So you might have a digital presence, you might be an agent, you might be relying a lot on referrals, just your reputation that you've built in the business for a long time, and you might be closing deals, but you might be at the same kind of deal threshold of what you're closing every single year, and it's not really going up, but there's deals that you might be losing. And if your goal is to just do the same thing, then maybe this isn't for you. But if you're looking to kind of break through and get to a higher level, this is exactly what you need to see, because there's a lot of great agents that I see that are probably losing deals because their online presence does look like shit. And what this looks like is you're posting the same simple cookie cutter posts, quickly done in Canva, are provided to you because you pay some $30 subscription per month where they, curate all these cookie cutter types of stuff for you with basic salesy captions that says interest rates are at an all-time low, or right now is a great time to sell, or did you know that in 1970, if you bought real estate and waited for 30, stuff like that. You're not utilizing video to actually build connection. Everybody knows that video is the number one way to build connection. It's the number one way people want to, go through social media online is through video. You don't have a Google My Business profile set up. You don't have an Instagram. You don't have YouTube. You don't have Facebook. There's so many times I see an agent that actually doesn't have any of these social platforms, or even worse, which is down here, is their private accounts. So no one could even see you anyways if they wanted to do some research on you. And then also, you don't have a website. Maybe you got something that your brokerage from like Coldwell Banker or Compass or something, where it's like an agent highlight page and has a quick little biography about you or something. But you're not really doing anything to establish your authority as an agent. And this is costing you deals. And I want you to think in the frame like, hey, if someone was to refer you and they gave your name to someone else like as that referral, and then that person, what do you think are some of the first things that they're actually doing? Like, in my perspective or opinion of what I think they're doing is, they're going to their phones, they're going to their desktop, and they're going to be typing in your name because, like, sure, it might be referral from a trusted person, but they want to do their own research. Like, people in this day and age are wanting to do their own research. They're going to type in your name on Google, or they're going to type in your name on some social platform. And if they can't find you, do you think that's actually helping them move forward to wanting to work with you or not? Like, my opinion would be that it's probably not helping your case of them wanting to work with you. Because what if they got another referral? They got your name from someone and then they got another name from someone else, right? And that other agent that they saw online had a Google business profile set up with tons of reviews that they're able to sift through. What if they had a great website that just really displays their authority, their expertise, and things like that? And then better yet, they had an Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook set up where these people can scroll through their content, build connection with them, be able to see like, damn, this person's doing a lot of great things. They're giving out a lot of value, and build that sense of connection with them. So, who do you think that referral is going to want to work with? And you might be the better agent, but you just don't have the digital presence. So this is why your digital presence might be losing you money, because you just don't have that relationship to be built from when a referral comes in, someone sees all that different stuff. So we're going to solve that today. And this is what I mean by like that cookie cutter types of stuff. It's just done really quick in Canva. You're not spending more than 5 to 10 minutes to just throw something up online just to kind of check the box of like, yep, post it on social media today. That's not how we want to roll. Like, if you really want to build an online presence that brings you clients, it takes more than just some cookie cutter stuff that you're putting out there. There needs to be some strategy. There needs to be some effort. I always say, like, when is the last thing that you've ever done half-assed that you've gotten the full results from? Probably never, And if you did, they probably weren't results that mattered. So your problem is not that you are not an expert. You know how to make shit happen for your clients. You know how to get your clients results. It's just that you're getting lost in obscurity too, So a lot of times this is what your clients are doing. It's they're going on and they can't see you online for crap. So they can't work with you if they can't see you either. So where we want to go, and this is like I think this is really informative way that just kind of helps drive this point home of how people are actually discovering the agents that they want to work with. Now, this was a study that was done from 1000 Watt, which is a big real estate company or like branding company, data company. I don't exactly know where they are. I think they're somewhere in the Midwest, but they did a study where they interviewed and polled a bunch of sellers and they asked them, how did you actually choose the real estate agent who helped you sell your home? And almost 30% of people were through research their own agents online. So they went on, they studied their reviews, their transaction histories, their social presence, went through their website, all these different things. And that is what actually helped them make the decision on who they were going to work with. Now, I think that if you were to kind of get a stat like this, maybe 10 years ago, it would probably be like 10%. But I also think in the next 5 to 10 years that this is probably going to be like at 50 to 60%, that it's going to be way higher because just with all the information that's available, like at our own fingertips as consumers now, people don't need to rely on referrals. People can do their own data. They can find their own data is what I mean. They can do their own research by simply doing Google searches, by going on YouTube, by going on Instagram. All these social platforms have become search engines within themselves as well too. So that's another reason why I think it's extremely important for you as an agent to have your online stuff get sent up in. We kind of hit this, like imagine somebody gets referred to you, they see a mailer, they see your sign, they go to Google you, check you out on Instagram. It does nothing to them to affirm that you're right for them. And then they Google the next agent, someone who else is referred to them, and they got all their shit tied in. They build connection. They are able to understand like this person can help them. You know, who are they going to work with? And it just shows that everything ties in together. Like your brand needs to be cohesive online versus offline. Every touch point matters. A solid online and offline brand just further affirms in that person's mind of why they should be working with you. And I really want to drive this home because there's a lot of great agents that I've talked to that have zero online presence, and they just go like, yeah, I've just been in the business for a while from just word of mouth. Like people come to me, and that's great. Like you probably are still doing good as an agent because of that, you know, long-standing book of business that you have and from those referrals. But I can guarantee you that you are losing deals, and you could be doing more deals from having an online presence because there are clients that are slipping through the cracks and working with other people who have all that stuff shown up in alignment. So here's what you need to do as a real estate agent to stand out in the eyes of your ideal clients. And really, you got to get the basics set up. Set up your Google business page, and we're not going to go through all that stuff because this is like super simple stuff. Like you can just YouTube this yourself, like how to set up Google business page. But get your Google business page set up. If you got some past clients that you know you can reach out to and ask them for, hey, real quick, I just set up my Google business page. Can you leave me some reviews or leave me a review? I'm sure there's people that would do that for you. Even ask your friends and family, you know. Get your Google business page set up. Second thing, get your social account set up. And if you're a private account, don't be a private account. Like there is no benefit in being the best kept secret in your market, you know. And then the third thing is set up an email account. I love using like something like MailChimp is what we use for our emails and for the agents that we do email marketing for. You can also use something like Constant Contact. I know, you know, brokerages like Compass and different places have their own proprietary backend email stuff set up. So that could be an alternative as well too. And then step 2, it's just start creating content. But first, before you start creating content, I think that there is a big foundational step that you need to kind of get in alignment with first. And I'll explain that in a second. But I want you to see this, and this is what I call the market pyramid, right? And as an agent, like when you're creating this type of content right here, this is all sales driven content. It's just marketing. You're trying to see someone and they're trying to get them to respond to that message that they want to work with you. So what this is the market in any given real estate market. You got 60% of people who aren't problem aware. And that's people who are just not looking to buy or sell in any time period soon. You got 20% of people who are problem aware. Like, hey, I know in the next 6 to 18 months, I am going to need to sell this home. My family's growing, my family's moving, I'm downsizing, or I'm getting relocated for a job. They just aren't yet motivated to start taking the next steps, but they know that it's something that they need to plan for in the future. Then you got 17% of people who are info gathering. They're getting ready within the next 0 to 3 to 4 months to start making a decision. They're online, they're using YouTube, Google, social media platforms, ChatGPT, all to find out more information to help them for when they become into this 3% of people that are ready to make a decision on who they should best work with and how to navigate that decision. But here's the issue, is we have 99% of real estate agents in every single market all cater their marketing message to just these 3% of people. And this is why cost per leads are so high. This is why it's so expensive to buy leads on places like Zillow and other places like that. And it's also why they're so hard to convert. It's because everybody is going after these 3% of people. Now, you know, I think that their opportunity lies in is being able to create content for people in their earlier stages, knowing that everybody moves up on this pyramid. Everybody's time frame might be different, but we know everybody is moving up. So we want to be able to create content for everybody for where they are. So your local marketplace has tons of realtors who are all competing for a limited amount of business. And we work here in coastal Orange County. Coastal Orange County is probably one of the most competitive real estate markets in the whole nation. There's probably, 3, 4, 5,000 agents just in Orange County, let alone. So it's really important that you do not want to look and sound the same as every single other agent. You need to be able to come across as different. If you feel and sound the same as other agents, how are your ideal clients supposed to know that you're the perfect fit for them? So the first thing that we need to understand when we're starting to build our brand online and get people to know that we're meant for them is you got to understand that you aren't meant for everybody. And that is a huge pitfall a lot of realtors do have, is not understanding that when you try to talk to everybody, you actually talk to nobody. So great marketing is a specific message with knowing who your ideal client is, and it's a very specific thing for a specific person. We are not trying to talk to everybody, and that's a huge pitfall because a lot of agents are getting on, they're saying the same thing, super general contact, they sound the same as every other agent. They're not actually building their brand, they're just building the brand of what people already think a real estate agent is, if that makes sense. Let's see if we got any down here in the chat. No, we're good. Cool. So what you need to do, like first steps, is we need to get super clear on who we are as a brand. That's what you need to do, is get extremely clear on who you are as a brand. And what I mean by that is you need to be able to clearly identify as who you are, what you stand for, and what makes you different, and who your target audience is. So like who you are is your identity. These are like the values, the characteristics that you embody as a brand. What you stand for is your mission. Like it's what is the change that you want to make in people's lives. What makes you different is like your unique selling proposition. What makes you different from other agents, and this is like a lot of people, well, I don't know what makes me different. Well, like there is no other you in this world, right? It's only you, and you've only lived your life and no one else has lived your life. So that alone is part of your unique selling proposition, is understanding that the relationships that you have, the experiences that you have, the unique skills that you have, the unique knowledge that you have, and also from all that stuff compiled, you might do things different than other agents. Like your processes of how you do things might be different. So we need to get really, really clear on all these things right here so we can have a very clear message. So after we're getting clear on these things, we need to also define who our target audience is of people that we want to work with. It's their demographics, but also their psychographics. And demographics are things like they're the ages between 35 and 45. They live here. They make this amount of money and things of that nature. But also what we really want to get clear on is the psychographics of the people that we actually want to work with. What are their thought processes? How are they not? Like a lot of times, like you have that client where you're just like, oh my God, I would never want to freaking work with you again, Well, why? What were the things about that person that made you not ever want to work with them again? And let's clearly articulate that, because sometimes to get clear on what you do want or who you want to attract, it's about defining of what you don't want and who you do not want to attract. So that's a good starting point. But what do the people you want to work with think, act, talk, and like about? Once we defined our brand and our audience, we can start coming up with ideas from here that actually carry the message that we want and are meant to for the people that we want to work with. So what I actually mean by that is when you know that what your message is, what your brand's about, what you stand for, what your mission is, what makes you different, we need to be able to curate these into messages now that actually are going to penetrate into the minds of the people that we want to work with. And we need to be able to repeat that message over and over and over again. One of the biggest pitfalls that I see a ton of agents doing is they say 1,000 things one time rather than one thing 1,000 times. Look, we want to be remembered, probably you, for 1 to 2 things maximum. Like you want to be known as the best agent in Newport Beach, or you want to be known as the premier buying agent in Laguna Beach, or you want to be known for whatever the specific thing is. If you're saying 1,000 different things, you're not going to be remembered for anything in particular because you're saying so many different things. Good marketing is saying one thing 1,000 times, not 1,000 things one time. So we want to have a consistent message on repeat so it allows no confusion for our target audience. Because we need our target audience to be able to clearly understand that we are meant for them from our consistent messaging. Step 3, after we start creating this content, you got your ideas in line, you know what your brand is about, you know what content that the people that you want to work with want to see, and you're clearly having a clear, consistent message. Next thing is distribute the content. I would aim to post like 3 reels every single week that you can use for Instagram and Facebook, and also post onto YouTube Shorts. Set a cadence. And what I would do is I would film all this content at one time, maybe once per month, once every 2 weeks at maximum. Try to film. So if you're doing 3 reels per week, that's 12 videos a month. That is completely attainable for anybody to be able to do. And you can film 12 videos per month in probably about 90 minutes time maximum. So once you create all that content, what I want you to do is to create a weekly email list that you can use to send your content out. This is a huge lever puller that I think is that a lot of people aren't utilizing email. And email is such a great communication platform. And a lot of times your email list is not seeing the content that you are creating online. So it's just another great place to funnel all the content that you're creating from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts, being able to repurpose it through your email list as well too. But the one thing that I really want to drive home in this message is that consistency is all that matters. Consistency is the number one thing that matters. And I just want to show some quick examples of some different agents that have good online presence. Like here's an example of a great Google business profile. Cassie, she's an agent that we work with here in Newport Beach. She's an amazing agent. She's got a Google business profile set up with the address, hours. She adds products of different things that she's doing. She uploads photos, different things of that nature. She's got a website. So when people click over, she's got a beautiful website. Now imagine someone coming across the referral, they're looking at this, they're like, wow, this is pretty nice. This is pretty cool. You can get a feel about her, right? She's got her YouTube videos linked on here and all her different social profiles. So I can click over at any time and I can start to see all the different content that she's creating. Now imagine if you don't know Cassie and she was referred to you, and then now you come over, you checked out her Google business, you went to her website, now you're going through her social media and you're like, damn, this girl's got some funny stuff on here. I like her personality. You resonate with her, and you also see that she's doing deals and things of that nature. It's going to help you want to be more inclined to want to work with her. Like coming over here to her YouTube channel, she's got a lot of great stuff on YouTube, different things of that nature. But there is so many times that I will search for an agent. They have no Google business profile. They have no website. They have no Instagram. And all I'm thinking in my head is like, do you not want people to work with you? Like, is the point to be an undiscoverable agent? So that's really what I got for today is if you're an agent and you might be in the business for a long time, or you haven't been in the business for a long time, and you don't have your online presence set up for the basics like I just mentioned, the Google business, the website, the social channels, the email distributions, and things like that, you're losing deals. Like it's a fact. And you might be closing deals, but you are definitely leaving money on the table from the deals that are not moving forward with you simply because they cannot understand that you can help them because you don't have nothing online. So it's definitely something that you should fix. Mandatory to fix, because I have a strong belief that the agents who do not fix their online presence moving into the future, they're not going to have a ton of success versus the agents who are. We just live in like an online presence first world now. If you like it or not, it's just the kind of the reality of things, and it is what it is. But if you're an agent, you're located here in Orange County, anywhere around the world, you're looking for some help with creating video content, how to really understand who you are, what you stand for, what makes you different as a brand, would love to be able to help you out with that stuff. You can click on the website in our YouTube description bio, go over, book a call with us, see what other things that we got out there. We always post a blog every single week. You can sign up for our email newsletter. We send a newsletter every single week on Thursday that gets sent out at 9 o'clock. So get involved with those stuffs. You know, we send out a lot of value every single week for free to help agents with stuff. So yeah, let us know. We would love to help you, but I hope you guys got some value from this YouTube live. It was very quick. It's our first one. Sorry if it was not as cleanly functioning and going as you know, you would think, but we're putting it together, and it's gonna be great to see that how these videos progress over the next 12 to 18 months, how they become better and things of that nature. But